Hey guys, Abby here. How are you all doing today? Today we are hearing from a gentleman who wrote into me saying that he thinks that his wife is pregnant by their bull and he's not quite sure how to handle it. He's asking for your guys' opinion on what he should do. So be sure to watch the full video and leave your recommendations in the comment section below. Um, it is quite the predicament that they're in. So, without, let me get lit up here and we will get into our email. So, it says, "Hello, Abby. Looking for advice. And if you could ask the YouTube community what they think, we're in a pickle. Need some guidance on what to do. Would like to see what others have to say. Also, please don't use my name. Thank you." So, about 2 years ago, my wife got into cuckolding and swinging. My wife is sexually into black men. Everything was going great. We have been safe, using protection, and making sure we know who we are meeting. We also wanted to start trying for kids of our own. So we did, and soon after found out we were pregnant. However, after this most recent ultrasound, we are having doubts that I am the father. We aren't sure if the pregnancy test was correct. We might have thought it was positive when it was a false positive. I think it was over the weekend we met up with our bull and had tango. My wife didn't use a condom for the first time. From that point on, she has not used one since she was pregnant and knew the guy. She was eager for me to try um, pie eating. Reluctantly, I tried. The latest ultrasound images look nothing like me and looks like her bull. We aren't sure how to go about this. What will our families think? What do we do? I love my wife, but I'm not sure what to do. I do love my wife. Our lifestyle is secret. Both families wouldn't approve. We have been stressing over this, and her due date is in 2 months. Okay, well, first off, I have to say that I completely understand the situation you're in, as far as nobody knowing and wouldn't not approving. Most people that are in that lifestyle are discreet. They like to keep it that way. Um, and for me personally, I do believe that things that go on behind closed doors should be kept to that behind closed doors. Um, at this point, you're still not sure what the baby will look like, so you have a little time to think about your approach on this and how you'd like to answer any questions that may arise from others, especially family and friends. It could be, there are so many means of getting pregnant anymore, not aside from the natural way. Um, you know, no nobody needs to know your business. All they need to know is there is a child there and it will be taken care of and loved, and that's that. Um, and at this point, you're still kind of not sure what the baby will look like. I know they had the 3D, and maybe they were just starting out with the 3D image ultrasound imaging, um, when I had my kids a long time ago. So they may have something even more advanced and better now. Um, but with those images, it's even with the 3D images, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, you're looking at black and white, maybe even like a sepia type color picture. So, um, it's kind of hard to say. Um, I would just, recommend that the two of you have an open and honest discussion about how you want to answer those questions so that everybody's on the same page, should they arise, which, if the baby doesn't look like you, I'm pretty sure they're going to arise. I would, in fact, be quite surprised if they didn't. Um, the first question after that point, I would say, is have you discussed whether or not, um, have you shared this information that you believe it may be your bulls? Have you discussed that with him? Um, do you guys want your bull to be a part of that child's life if it is his, and to what extent? Um, I would think that would be another question you might need to be prepared to answer. Um, even if it's a possibility, you kind of want to be prepared for it. Um, I wouldn't want to be, catch him off guard and be totally shocked. Um, discuss with him the levels of involvement that you two have decided you want for him to have, and see if he's on board or how he feels about it, what kind of involvement he wants to have in that child's life, if in fact it is his. Um, you know, um, your family may not agree with how you went about conceiving this child. They may feel like you should have taken other routes, but you know what they don't know, don't hurt them. Ultimately, the decision is a decision for you and your wife, and how you want to live your life, and the choices that you make as husband and wife. Um, no one else should have a say in what goes on in your marriage and between you and your wife than you and your wife. Um, if at the very least, I would definitely recommend giving your bull a heads up on the possibility that it may be his. Um, get a feel for what he's thinking on the situation in the event that that is a possibility or it is his. you know um, Definitely don't want to catch him off guard, because that's not cool. And you know in conclusion, my personal opinion with that, I don't necessarily agree with bringing a child into a situation like that. Um, that's a kink and a fetish between the three of you. Um, but, you're playing with a child's life who doesn't have a choice in that, and they're, you know, I don't know. I just kind of torn. Although if you're giving a baby a loving family, you know, you're going to have to be prepared to if that child has questions later down the road, which most likely they will. Um, you know, but again, I'm not here to judge anyone. If that's what you've chosen, then great, and that's what works for you, even better. Um, as long as the child is loved for, taken care of properly, you know, that would be my biggest concern. Um, you know, you guys are ultimately in control and decide what happens, you know, in your life. And I don't feel like you should have to apologize or explain anything that you do as an adult. Um, you know, will there be questions? Of course, you'll have to be prepared to answer them. Um, you know, I wish you guys the best of luck. Feel free to give us an update um, on how things go for you guys. Everyone out there, he's asking for your advice and opinions. Leave it in the comment below, suggestions. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time. See you soon, everybody.